What's up, guys? How are y'all doing today? It is Sunday. It's gonna rain for the next 3 days, so we're painting stuff when it's humid. Not the best idea, but shit happens. Hey, doggo. Over here just rubbing semen into your seats.
Sure am.
What we're doing is we're gonna do stainless steel brake lines on the FC. Probably should have been done a very long time ago, but we're gonna do them now. And while we're at it, we're just gonna paint all the calipers, kind of restore them a little bit, make them look nice. The front of my car does have big brakes. They've got the 4 pistons, and they're huge, and you can actually see them through my wheels, so I want them to look nice. So we've got the driver's side off right here, and then I'm gonna take the passenger side off, and then we'll clean those up and then paint them red and silver. So hopefully those turn out good. The rears, they're still on there, but the fronts is the plan right now. So that's what we got going on. In case anybody didn't know, pulling the front brakes off is really easy. Undo your hard line that goes from your caliper to the rubber line, and then take that off, and then it's just 2 17 mm bolts, top and bottom, and the whole caliper slides right off. Alright, so both the front calipers are off. I just spent a little time cleaning up the passenger side one. So I'll show you guys that, and then I'll show you how we're going to clean the driver's side. It's the same thing, but I wanted to test this before I showed you. It's either of them. They're both double-sided tape. Kendra's taping her gauge in. But so here are the brakes. Here's the clean one that we're about to paint. So my idea is I want to paint all of this red, and then we'll do the Mazda in like white or silver or something. Here's the dirty one. So you can definitely tell there is some difference there. Alright, so how I first started to clean this was basically just hit it a shit ton with brake clean, and they'll knock most of it off. And then I just have this wire wheel attachment to the drill, and I just went to town on that part. So it'll get clean in about 10 minutes. The camera fell off the car, so that's not good. But I came inside to use the vise because it's a lot easier to hold this. We are getting pretty clean on this. We're gonna hit it with brake clean again, and then we'll probably wipe it down, and we'll be good to paint on this thing. In stages, but we're gonna try to paint these first, and then we'll have to flip them over and then do the back sides. So hopefully this goes well. We got the rubber bits masked off, so we should be good on that, and let's do it. We've got the first coat on. It is windy. These are not ideal paint conditions, but this is the time I have to do this, so we're gonna have to just do it and see what happens. Hopefully it turns out half decent. Paint is coming along pretty good on these. The heat gun's helping, but the stuff dries actually really fast, and the humidity isn't too bad today, so these will turn out pretty good. We're gonna hit them with a couple more coats, turn them over, make sure to get the bottoms, and then we'll move on to the stainless. We'll have to paint the Mazda letters, and then we'll move on to the stainless steel lines. So, what are you doing? Come on, let's go inside. Alright, so we are done painting outside. It's still meh, it's still humid, but the calipers turned out okay for the conditions we had for the paint job. But let's check them out. They're on the table. I'm currently painting the letters. So, while we are letting paint dry, let's go ahead and start doing some stainless steel brake lines. The line kit I ended up going with was the Russell stainless steel brake line kit for the FC. I think it was like, I don't know, 90 bucks. but came with all 4 lines, so that's good. Pretty much everything is straightforward to install, so hopefully that'll go well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get them on there and we'll see what's up. We're gonna start with the front first, just because we're closest to that. So how we're gonna install these, we already got the calipers off, but here's the brake line is. It's gonna go, the stainless line will replace this line that goes the hard line on the caliper. So right now we just have a bag full of brake fluid and we gotta take that guy off. So I've been using just 2 adjustable wrenches. I'm sure there's better ways to do this, but that's what I've figured out. So let's go ahead and get cranking. You should probably put gloves on because it's going to get messy. Brake fluid's going to get everywhere, so try to avoid that. So I'm going to go ahead and put gloves on and set this thing down, and I'll try to get some video of me actually doing it. So the first line's on. Guys, be careful. Sometimes your flares are stripped from previous people. Mine was, so what I had to do was use vice grips to get it off for the old line, and then also I'd use vice grips to tighten this one back down. So if this ever breaks, I'm gonna have to basically make a new hard line, which isn't the end of the world, but I don't want to do it. So we got that one on, and now we'll go to the other side, and then we'll do the 2 rears. And then hopefully the calipers are done and they can go back on. Alright, so both the front lines are finished up. The front calipers are almost dry, so those can go back on soon. So now we're going to do the rear lines, which are pretty straightforward as the front lines. I went to O'Reilly's and bought a flare nut wrench because I didn't have one, and the front 2 were fucked, so I just used vice grips, but I checked the rears and those are actually really nice. So the goal is not to strip those out. So we're gonna do the rear line next. Now for the rear line, we're just going to pull out this clip with a screwdriver, flare nuts on this side, and then we can hold this side with a wrench and take it off. And then on the caliper, it's just a 12mm bolt that holds that in. So the rear brake line is on, and now we just have one more to do, and then we gotta put calipers back on.
Day 2.
Alright, what's up guys? It is day 2 of the stainless steel and brake caliper line install. So these calipers are dry and good to go on, so we're gonna go throw those on the car, get them hooked up, and then throw some brake fluid in it, and maybe tonight we'll bleed the brakes. I don't know, but that's what we're gonna do now. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so I actually installed the calipers backwards. So remember, when you put your calipers back on, you want the bleeder screw on the top. So that's all done. I got both driver sides done. So I'm going to show you guys the lines, the calipers, and then that'll probably be it for this video. And we will bleed the brakes next time, and then we'll start trying to figure out that vacuum leak we've got in the car. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about the painted brakes and the stainless steel lines. I suggest everybody go do it. It'll definitely improve your braking force. It'll help you feel the car better. Next video we will bleed them and then diagnose the vacuum leak, because we've got the autocross next weekend. My buddy David's coming up, so hopefully we'll get pictures of the FC, VM3, and Blue JZ all together. That'd be pretty dope. But be sure to stay tuned for more build videos on the FC and the M3. And don't worry, the S2K is going to start getting some parts soon. I got to figure out what I want to do with it or what I want to do to it next. The S2K will probably be my next race chassis. So it's on its way to becoming that. I'm just trying to do it in strides. I've got like a lip that we can put on and just some other stuff, and we can do some paint work to it. But we're going to start working on the S2K, so that's going to get a lot more airtime in this channel. Thank you guys for subscribing, and we will see you soon. Bye.